How's it going, everybody? This is Ketchup here, and as you've probably been able to guess, today's video is all about Ghostface. More importantly, the cameo combinations that we're seeing top-level players use in high-level matches. Now, got to address the fact that Ghostface came out a couple of days ago, there was no video. That is because I have been ill with the flu, and as you can probably hear, I'm still not 100%, which is one of the reasons I want to talk about just the cameos today, rather than like an extended beginner tutorial, a getting started, nothing like that. This is all about the cameo combos and what they're doing for the high-level play, because there's quite a lot, and already Ghostface is shaping up to be a super strong character. First of all, it's Mavado. Mavado is absolutely the most common cameo that we're seeing at the moment, and it's for quite a few different reasons. When you look at Ghostface, Ghostface is absolutely a somewhat Vortex, rush-down, close-range, mix-up character, and every single mix-up that Ghostface has can be extended into full combos thanks to what Mavado cameo provides. So, the base mix-up is the back 2 overhead, the back 4 sweep, which causes a knockdown. If you know Mavado, you know that knockdown means a full combo, and the command grab that the mine is going to capitalize from. So already, we're seeing the fact that Mavado gives these very important tools combo extenders. But it's not just that, I mean, even things like EX running stance into stab, mine picks that up as well. Any kind of ender, let's say you hit the this sort of stab, if you time it correctly and you go for the mine, again you can turn this into a combo as well. Pretty much everything Ghostface has, Mavado will capitalize. So let's talk about the different strings that Mavado can turn into combos. So forward 2-1-2, right? The advancing mid. You can turn this into Mavado pop-up. Back 3 relaunch, EX down back 3. If you go for sweep, Mavado, back 3, EX down back 3. Let's not forget the back 3 restands, right? So you're always going to get, after a pop-up, this extension into a full B&B combo, into very respectable damage. So forward 2-1-2, Mavado. Back 4, Mavado. 1-2-3 with the low attached, Mavado. Anything that pops them up, this is going to give you an extension, and it's really, really important. Not even factoring in the basic stuff that, like, should you knock an opponent on the ground, you can obviously just go for slide and establish more pressure that way. The conversions are where it's at for this character, and one very important thing to point out is that Ghostface has some of the longest combos in the game, and what that means is, should you go for a Mavado at the start, so let's say I've hit a sweep, I'm going to go for a basic 1-bar combo here, and I'll try not to drop it. Pay very close attention to the cameo gauge. Combos over, both Mavados are now back. Ghostface combos take so long that Mavado, if you use one at the start and go for a standard 1-bar B&B, Mavado has completely regenerated by the end, which means that you have him so much more often than a lot of other characters will. Now, this is a very basic use for the character, and there are much more high-level mix-ups you can enforce, whether it comes down to the assassin stance, the enforcer stance, but ultimately, Mavado just giving every single conversion Ghostface has a combo possibility, that is unbelievably important. And it doesn't even really matter that Mavado is taking health away from you. It's the fact that Ghostface is all about mix-ups and all about leading into the next mix-up. So a very common Mavado sequence might be something like command grab, mine. The mine, by the way, gives you time to do down back 4, as you can see. And you don't even have to spend meter. You can just go for a meterless version with 2-2 grab. All of this is really, really powerful for the character. So again, we'll do command grab, we'll just throw the mine. We have time for a down back 4. Let's go for the 1-bar version, just because we're being greedy. Down back 4. By the time the combo's over, we've actually regenerated, like, almost the entire meter. That's 3/4 of the entire gauge. And it lets you lead into the next mix-up. Anytime you land a combo right, and you end in back 3, restand, overhead, low, command grab. The mix-ups never end, and if you want to start out with Ghostface, definitely try Mavado. Sektor is the next one, and I got to shout out Illusions for showing me this on social media, pretty much on launch day when I was trying to catch up while I was feeling unwell. Sektor's giving Ghostface some really, really cool stuff too, in a similar vein, just executed slightly differently. So again, if you have the missiles ready, so let's say you've gone for a missile, restand, overhead, and then you turn that missile into a combo should you time it correctly, there's a lot of different things you can go for that just allow things to connect, and then you turn them into combos the exact same way. One thing to point out with Ghostface is that if you can do this basic B&B that I'm showing you right now, you can apply this combo to pretty much any cameo, and once again, like Mavado, Sektor's missiles are pretty chunky cooldown as far as cooldowns go, and even that was fully regenerated by the end of that 1-bar B&B. So, using the Sektor missiles in combination with all of your other pressure, it's very simple Sektor stuff, but it allows Ghostface to do it in a really, really efficient way. So let's say you've restood the opponent and you have the assassin mode available, for example. Back 3, back 2, 1-1. You have so much time to get the missile after the knife toss that you can do nice conversions. I don't really play this team all that much, so the execution is a bit weird for me. Just kind of getting the hang of it. But even that, 400 damage just shy of with the assassin mode available. And that's just one of many different mix-up options that can all be applied with the missile extensions. A big one I want to talk about is the benefit of the homing missile. Now, the homing missile is definitely one of the most powerful ambushes in the entire game at the moment for a very good reason. With Ghostface in particular, I'm going to turn myself off the different modes. If I land a command grab as Ghostface and I do homing missile, the execution can be a little bit tight on this. Full combo command grab. Again, quite a few different cameos can give you a command grab combo. Double missiles activated, half of the missile is back by the end of the combo. So being able to constantly loop all of this together is a really strong tool for any cameo that can do that, and Sektor is once again another cameo that's going to give you that utility. Using the homing missile to get combo extensions can also apply to things like the enhanced run into the 2 input, because this move, 150 damage special move by itself, 180 actually, god, even more damage. Using something like this, and then homing missile, you can turn this into a combo as well. So this one's going to be 2 bars. However, 2 bars, 500 damage, Sektor cameo has 1 missile back. That is almost completely not happening with anyone else in the game, but because of Ghostface's combo length, you can do exactly that. Now, this has really good benefits for extended mix-ups, and I want to show you something. If I go into assassin mode, and this might take me a couple of attempts, bear with me. If I start the combo with this, which I had to do it slightly earlier, this should be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to do my basic combo here. Alright, knockdown, command grab, cameo's back, homing missile combo. Dropped it there because the execution to get the double missile into anything else is quite tight. So you get knocked down by the homing missile, you got to do a quick micro dash into forward 2. But you can create some insane set play. And if you want to give yourself more time, you can simply do more EX down back 3s to extend the combo timer, taking the restand properties of something like a 2-2, which is like plus 21, the back 3 is plus 15. There's a lot of grounded plus frames to work with that Sektor can very much exaggerate. Up next, it's Scorpion for pretty much the same stuff I've been talking about all video long. These animations that keep Ghostface stuck in place, Scorpion is another cameo that's going to allow you to extend a lot of these situations into more damage, more situations, and all round a lot of the same benefits, and you only need to use it when you see these moves connect, which is a great benefit. to help the extra damage in combos or things like command grab. Let's start off with the command grab here. It's the exact same situation I've shown you all video long, right? All of it works the exact same way. Let's say you want to go for like sweep combos. You can get it. If you want to go for conversions off like different strings, you want to be a little bit cheeky, maybe back 3-4. Scorpion's going to do the same thing. There you go. I haven't really played this team much. I've kind of just watched a few people do different setups and situations, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm not going to be able to show you a huge amount of the different extenders. This is just demonstrating the basic idea. But Scorpion's doing the same thing. So let's say you do the cruel stance, for example. Same situation. A lot of different cameos are giving you this stuff, and this is just the, I guess, introduction to what the Scorpion cameo is going to be capable of. There's going to be a lot of combo damage there. There's going to be a lot of just conversions off of things that normally cannot be converted from, and Scorpion is a very, very good cameo at doing that. So the final cameo is a bit of a biased one. I myself have actually been practicing a fair amount of Darrius with Ghostface, because what Darrius provides is actually pretty damn effective with this character. There's a lot of mix-up potential, there's a lot of combo potential, and everything that Darrius does so well is something that Ghostface appreciates a great deal. For one simple reason. Back 3, if you notice, the opponent leaves the ground for a split second. That is enough to call in Darrius and go for the ambush overhead low, both of which Ghostface is able to turn into mix-ups that become combos. So, for example, let's say I'm going to do back 3, call in Darrius. That's a mix-up, and we're going to get a full combo for it. And again, you've seen this combo once or twice before. Call in Darrius again. 1, 2, 3, overhead, low, whatever. Being able to call in Darrius off every single back 3 restand could be kind of cheap, to be honest. You can convert from all of this. You know, if I go for Darrius and I do 1, 2, 3, if I'm quick with the input, that's one big thing about Darrius. He's a little bit tricky compared to a lot of the other cameos. A little bit more restrictive on the old execution side of things. Darrius can always constantly give you these, and much like the other cameos, Darrius's cooldowns off these moves are pretty generous, so by the end of your combo, Darrius is back, you can go for even more. Now, on that note, all of these different conversions are super strong. You know, they are really handy. Let's say the back 2, if the opponent's airborne, instead of being a grounded hit like this, they get juggled. So if I go for like the low and then I overhead, it actually pops them up and gives Ghostface a full combo. If you want to go for the next layer, that's why you can do things like overhead, sweep, release, and then turn that into a combo thanks to the down back 4, forcing like a restand situation. Restands are pretty common when it comes to Ghostface in this game, and Darrius is a great extender for all of those. One of the big things you kind of need with Ghostface is a combo from your command grab. And much like Reiko Darrius, you can do the exact same thing. This is a full combo. And the damage isn't too bad either. The damage of this alone, 360 damage for a command grab, not too shabby, and we almost have half of Darrius back and good to go. If you want to go for just a 1-bar version, and you want to go for like, you know, just easy execution, you can just go for the back punch and the back spin, because that is going to give you, yes, less damage, but you regenerate half of your cameo gauge thanks to the back cameo from Darrius. So there's quite a lot of different stuff going on here. There's quite a few different possible mix-ups. And it's all stuff that, with the right execution, I feel like could be really cheap, because you've got lows in your strings. However, you can just call in Darrius and then go for an overhead, a cheeky overhead in the middle of it. All of this is easy to confirm. So if you have the execution for it, which is a little bit, you know, got to get the timing for it, but it's all stuff that can easily be learned. Being able to throw out these overhead lows on a whim is pretty dangerous. And that brings me on to the Ghostface Assassin, thanks to the back to 1-1 that we have here. Should you go into Darrius, this is a bit tricky to time. However, There you go. Now, have a look at the cameo gauge. We regenerated a whole cameo in the middle of that combo, which means we can turn it into another combo still. Just had to get the frying pan in there. So, Darrius, not a cameo that we've seen a ton of people use with Ghostface. I haven't actually seen anyone use Ghostface Darrius yet. However, definitely worth looking into. So for now, this is a collection of cameos that we've seen competitive players use so far. There's going to be way more out there. Really, in a matter of days, we'll be seeing more and more tech on social media, on videos, on all that stuff. But I just wanted to show you an idea of why certain teams are popular and chuck in some sneaky Darrius at the end because I'm biased. Sadly, I do still feel pretty unwell, so I just don't have it in me to do these large extended videos. I do apologize for that, but I do hope this video was helpful for you all the same. Look after yourselves, have a pleasant weekend, have fun with Ghostface, and I will see you next time. I'm going to go have some Lemsip.